Today we are diving into a challenge every recruiter faces: what to do when a candidate says, "I'm not interested" or "I'm not looking for a job right now." It's a common scenario, but guess what? It doesn't have to end the conversation. In this video, I'm going to share my strategies to turn that no into a tell me more. Let's start with what not to do. Picture this: you call a candidate, they express disinterest, and you end the call with, "Okay, no worries, I understand, have a nice day." Sounds polite, right? But you have just missed a golden opportunity to engage. This approach doesn't set you apart, and the candidate is likely to forget you immediately. Now, some of you might already be a step ahead, opting for "let's keep in touch, when can I call you back," or asking for referrals. It's better because it keeps the door open for future interaction and shows proactive thinking. But can we do more? Absolutely. Here is where we switch gears. When a candidate expresses interest, it is your cue to dive deeper. Instead of accepting it at face value, open a dialogue. Ask them, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank your current job? And then ask them, what would make it a perfect 10 for you? It's about understanding their current situation and uncovering their true desire. This method doesn't just keep the conversation going, it positions you as a collaborator in their career path. Very rarely, it never happened to me, a candidate will rank their current job with a 10. So there is a room for improvement, and there is your way in. And the reason why they might be open to a new opportunity will be way more powerful and impactful if it comes from them. Let me give you an example. The candidate says, "I'm not looking for new opportunities." And you answer, "That's completely fine. Just out of curiosity, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your current job?" The candidate to answer, "I would say about an 8. And the recruiter to answer, "That's quite high. What would make it a 10 for you?" And that's your way in. The candidate might answer, "Well, I've always wanted more flexibility and the option to work on more innovative projects, for example." And now you can close him. "Interesting. If I come across a role that offers that flexibility and innovative projects, would it be okay to reach out to you?" This approach is way better than suggesting reasons why the candidate should consider other opportunities from your point of view, because those arguments come from himself. That will be way more impactful. Alternatively, when a candidate expresses interest, another option is simply to ask why. So let's say the candidate tells you, "Thanks, but I'm not interested." Then you can answer, "Sure, that's fine, but before we wrap up, may I ask you why?" The answer could be that he just signed in a new company or is very happy in his current role. And you see, it's crucial to know because 1, your strategy will depend on the reason why they are not interested, and 2, it opens up the discussion. And once you have an answer, you can now show genuine interest. So let's say that, for example, the candidate tells you that he is very happy in his current role. So for example, you could answer, "That's great to hear that you are very happy in your current job. That's something you like to hear as a recruiter. And it makes me curious now. May I ask you what makes you so happy about your current job?" And you dive deeper and ask questions until you find an opening. So for example, you could ask, "And what about a work-life balance? How far the job is from your current location? Do you feel your salary reflects your value in the company, for example? Or are you curious to know what kind of salary a profile like yours can expect at our clients? Or where would you like to be in 3 years, and do you think that your company will support your ambitions?" And when you find the opening, you seize the opportunity. So you could, for example, ask, "Okay, and what if I could secure you a 10% increase? Would it be something that would make you happier, that you would consider?" Because based on what you are sharing, it seems to be something totally feasible for us. Or let's say that the candidate is not completely satisfied with the work-life balance. You could tell him, "Look, I'm aware of it. It is a situation that happens a lot with some other candidates recently. They were expecting way more in terms of work-life balance," and you can share some success stories. They say, "Okay, for example, we had that candidate that was not happy because he only had 1 day remote, and we managed to find him a new opportunity that was closer to his location and that was allowing 3 to 4 days remote, for example. And let's say we could get you the same. How would it impact your life?" You want them to think about it. How different would their life be if you were able to provide them what you just mentioned? The idea with those two approaches is similar, is to get to know what, not if, but what, because you assume that there is one. What would be the opportunity that you would be interested in learning more about if it were presented to you? And it is actually even a question that you could directly ask to your candidates. And those two approaches are already very efficient, but I have a third trick. When a candidate expresses disinterest, I ask the following: Mr. the candidate, that's fine, thanks for letting me know, but can I tell you more about the opportunity in case you know anyone who could be interested? And you use that trick when you have a very cool job with strong benefits and USPs like, a flexibility, nice salary, very nice company, etc., very good commitment with the client. Then you can use the trick. And why so? Because at least you can make sure that you deliver the message. Because now the candidate is open to listen to you, because it's not for himself anyway, so he will listen to the opportunity. Maybe he knows someone, and you hope that the USPs and benefits are that strong that eventually he changes his mind and say, okay, by the way, I might be interested to know more about this opportunity because it looks very nice. So it is an indirect way to present the job and get their feedback. And you know what? Worst case scenario, they know about the job now. Maybe they will change their mind later, but at least if they know someone, they could refer that candidate to you. Lastly, and most importantly, follow up. This step is crucial in building a relationship. By now, you should have a deeper understanding of the candidate. Whether or not they express interest today, it is essential that you establish a clear follow-up strategy. And so you touch base regularly to maintain and strengthen this connection. As a conclusion, I would like to add that implementing these strategies won't guarantee a yes every time, but it is about playing the long game. Even if you face rejection 20 times per day, this approach could turn 2 or 3 of those into potential candidates. It is about making every call count, engaging meaningfully, and building relationships for the future. Remember, it's not just about filling a role, it's about making genuine connections and helping people envision what's possible. And by the way, what you just saw was just a snippet from our exclusive program that I'm sharing here on YouTube for the first time. If you're an agency owner and you are interested in the full experience with a comprehensive mentorship for yourself or your team, just hit the link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.